and it will constantly monitor your blood levels and then release insulin. As you know, pancreas release insulin, and if you are suffering from diabetes, this is what you need to be doing. But in America, you're going to have to inject yourself every day. This robotic pancreas are not available yet. FDA will not certify it till they have done some more clinical trials, whereas in Europe, you can buy it. The robotic pancreas maintain and understand your sugar level even while you're sleeping. Whereas if it was manual, you're going to really have to wake up. You know, diabetic type 1 is pretty prevalent in the obese children, and their parents are really worried that how can they maintain the vigil on the child for the blood level and for the insulin. So this particular one actually was pushed by one of the technology guys whose son got the diabetes type 1, and he is fighting FDA. He has given $1 million, and he's pushing them to prove this because he feels this is the right way to go. Technology.
You know what I don't quite understand about the health and care industry is when something like this happens, shouldn't investment dollars go into it immediately because it would seem to resolve all these things? And yet somehow regulations always holds this up for years and years and years, and it becomes available elsewhere. Is it the regulation that gets in the way, or is it just not, there's no cost benefit to the insurance companies or the medical community to do this?
This is what FDA says. We need to have clinical trials. We are not Europe. Europe sometimes bypasses them. We do not. That's why America is known for the best medicine in the world.
But maybe if you can afford these kinds of procedures, what do? You go to Europe to get it done. So is it really good health care? I mean, I don't know. I would have to go back and say then if we're overhauling the healthcare industry, we're doing it with good reason. Reasons like this.
That's right. And again, this is another win for President Obama.
Wow, you're on my bandwagon today with President Obama. Is it because we haven't discussed our favorite Sarah Palin in a while? She was in town. She was here for the Tea Party. And, you know, she didn't get that much TV time, so I'm guessing she didn't do such a great job, or maybe the speech.
Do you know how TV time is? TV time is actually dominated by the liberals.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. We have a real Fox supporter on hand today. Well, moving on, and speaking of soap operas, here's something I didn't expect. Soap operas in India attract more male viewers. Isn't that surprising?
Wow.
Apparently,
I always knew that men like gossip. But
well, men don't admit to liking gossip, but they do like gossip, and this proves it. Apparently, the Indian show producers have realized that over the years, soap operas in India have become very, very popular, but not just within the female population, but in the male population. And they think the reason for this is, you know, it used to be that these soap operas used to go over the same old themes, the one that we're used to seeing in the movies, right? Evil mother-in-law and, you know, husband that's, you know, never home, the standard stuff. But now, just like Bollywood is getting more creative with social issues, these soap operas are tackling some of the tougher social issues that exist in India, things like female infanticide or child marriage or poverty. These are very real topics, and they're drawn in part from reality TV series that have done also quite well in India. And with the male population, they've done really well. And so the theory is males in India can relate to these topics just as well as women can.
I think,
and therefore they watch.
I think they're captive audience.
No, they've actually done studies on this. You know, this is not just something that they've tested this. They've actually drawn the male audience away from sports, away from crickets to some of these soap operas. Television ratings indicate that nearly 43% of the audience for general entertainment channels over the last 2 years is male, which is phenomenal. And at an industry conference in March last year, Uday Shankar said that the amount of time spent by men on entertainment channels had gone up by 25% in the last couple of years. I mean, that's a dramatic rise.
Well, talk about cricket. Folks, you all know Shashi Tharoor. You also know that he was a deputy UN head here in New York. Then he went to India. He ran for the parliament seat out of South Kochi area. and he got elected. And he was appointed as a junior foreign affairs minister, and you know all of the things that he did, that everybody called on him. He's been caught with a hand in the cookie jar. Here's the story according to Mr. Modi, who is the chairman of IPL. This is the guy who came up with the concept that cricket needs to be faster, better looking, good for television, good for people. So he designed that. And you know, so far there are 8 teams. Shah Rukh Khan owns one, and so many others.
This is the modified cricket where it's played in like a 2 or 4 hour, right? It has cheerleaders and the whole thing. It's kind of patterned after, you know, the football league, I guess.
Yes, that's precisely right. So they wanted to expand, you know, from 8 teams, they wanted to go to 10 teams. So the 2 teams are up for auction. And of course, the team that won, this is interesting. Mr. Shashi Tharoor was actually having an affair, or has been seen with that woman number of times, and all she does is own a spa, works as a sales manager in Dubai. She was getting 5% of this league that sold for $333 million for free.
Unbelievable.
So this is a whistleblower. The chairman of the IPL is a whistleblower. So he tweeted, you know, he put it in his tweeter, and my God, the next thing happened, Shashi Tharoor says, this is enough. And he put in his resignation, which Prime Minister Manmohan Singh accepted right away.
Of course.
So out he goes, you know.
Wow, it's about time Indian politics got really interesting. Like, now it might be fun to watch.
No, but this is Shashi Tharoor. You know, he's no grass eater. If he was, you know, we talked about it last week. Grass eater is the one that's born in that country, does not, you know, push his views on you. And this, he found out he's no grass eater, so that's why he doesn't belong to the Indian